Evening, everyone. Some technical difficulties again. Start of the stream. Ay, these phones. Good evening, everyone. Apologies for the late start. Welcome to FG Sports with your host, me, FG, the football god. My co-host next to me is better known as White Boy, aka the little FG. We are here to talk football. The beautiful weekend we just had. But before we get into that, into the rest of the weekend's results, we're gonna start. Just 1 second, let's see if we can do this rather.
Leave it my sleeping.
Alright, we're gonna start with the Manchester United versus Everton preview. Emil Horton. Hello Milo, welcome to the live stream. Anyway, let's jump straight into it, guys. So the lineups is in. Let's start with the Manchester United lineup. Goalkeeper, Sun Elements. United is playing a 3-4-2-1 Amram system, as usual. Lemons in goal, you got Lenny Yoro, De Ligt, and Luke Shaw as the three centre backs. Right wing back, you got Mazraoui. Left wing back, Dorgu. Central midfield, Casemiro. And next to him, Captain Fantastic, Bruno Fernandes. The two tens tonight will be Mbuemo, Ahmad, and up front, first start of the season, Joshua Zirkzee. Everton, Perry up front, Dye, Drewsbury Hall, Grealish, Coleman, Ghana, Garner at left back, Mikalenko at right back, Tarkowski, Keane, and Pickford. Quite a strange lineup, if I'm honest, from Everton's side. A little bit more defensive than I would have liked for United, but where is my what is Rahul saying? Where is my what? Where is my hello Rahul? Welcome guys, welcome to the live stream. Alright, match preview. Manchester United versus Everton. Casemiro and Bruno in midfield. I think Mazraoui and Dorgo will probably tuck in. So I'm expecting United to dominate the ball. What's up? Anyway, guys, I will respond to the live chat soon. Tonight's score, I think Manchester United, will dominate the ball. It's a bit of a weird lineup from Everton's side. Definitely, the left back side is a bit unorthodox. I think Mbuemo can attack that side. I would have loved to see Ahmad at right wing back because the chemistry between Ahmad and Mbuemo is fantastic. So, but disappointed as to how defensive United has gone. But I think Ahmad is trying to keep the unbeaten streak alive. But we have to win this game, guys. So before I give you my prediction, let's hear what little FJ has to say. Your prediction on tonight's game, sir?
My prediction is going to be 4-0. 4-0
4-0 to who?
to Man United.
Can you please explain to the audience why you are saying 4-0?
Because in order to go first, we're going to have to score 4 goals and win 4-0.
Actually, if we win 4-0, that's the other little FG in the background that's even more excited than we are. United! If we win 4-0, we actually go into the top 4.
Oh,
We just need to win the game to go into the top 5.
even better.
Yeah. I think it's not going to be that easy. I think it's going to be a very difficult game because Everton generally is strong defensively. My score prediction will be Manchester United 3, Everton 1. But I think it will be 2-1 for a very long time. And then we'll get a late goal to secure the victory. Anyway, guys, let's jump into some of the other topics we will be discussing this evening. We will be talking about the weekend's results. I have a look back at that, the recap. We will be talking about Liverpool and the so-called mentality monsters. We will speak about Arsenal. Are they title favourites? I believe so. We will talk about Man City, Spurs, negative tactics. We will even have a shout out and a discussion about Newcastle. Alright, so let's jump straight into it, guys. Weekend results. Let's start with. So the weekend results we had so far was Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. That put Chelsea into second place. We also had Bournemouth 2, West Ham 2. Very brilliant comeback from Bournemouth. West Ham was leading 2-0 in that game. It looked like they were securing the victory, but Bournemouth, as usual, uh, came back and made it 2-2. Brighton 2, Brentford 1. Fulham 1, Sunderland 1-0. A very late winner there from Fulham. Wolves beat Crystal Palace, or Crystal Palace beat Wolves away 2-0. Newcastle. One thing about Newcastle, they've been very inconsistent this season, but they've, especially at home, Champions League, they've looked fantastic, but at home, from at home, they've been good in the league this season. There's a few games that they should have won at home that they lost unfairly, but Newcastle managed to beat Manchester City 2-1. Guys, just excuse me for 1 second. Little empty. Just keep the audience busy. I'll be back now. 1 second.
Yo. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm new to this. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. He's back.
Alright guys, apologies for that. Sorry for the noise in the background. Yeah, so where were we? Newcastle, they beat Man City 2-1. And then the result of the weekend. Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 3. Wow. Wow, I think we need to talk about let's talk about Liverpool. Let's jump straight into our next topic. Liverpool. I don't think it's right what the agenda that the media is pushing. Look at Liverpool fans. Let's have a real conversation. Are Liverpool mentality monsters, or are they not mentality monsters? Because on the one hand, you can't insist that Liverpool is this force to be reckoned with. Mentality monsters, that's what we heard almost every game last season. Now, yes, the football world was shocked for what happened to one of your players. The loss of one of your players was shocking, I understand it. Even I was in shock. But that happened before the season even started. You won your first 5 games, and then since you started losing, now you want to use what happened as an excuse. Please, guys. You guys might not understand what's happening, but I do. Arne Slot took over Liverpool side that was on the verge of winning the quadruple or a quadruple the previous season. Yes, they ended up with the Carabao Cup, but they were on the verge of winning a quadruple. He came in, didn't make any signings, only Chiesa, didn't change too much, and the rest of the Premier League top teams fell off a cliff and they won the league. Fair play to Arne Slot. Fair play to him for that. However, I saw the signs last season already. Last season when Liverpool couldn't win games, they got an extraordinary amount of penalties to either put them in the lead or to get them the winner. Then you had players like Nunez coming from the bench, and if I think of one game quickly, the Brentford game, coming from the bench, scoring 2 goals to get Liverpool the winner late in the game. Even the way you started the season, you won your first 5 games in the league.
7.
No, 5 league games, Premier League games. You won your first 5 games in a row. But most of those games you won late. If not all, most, I would say there's 4 games I can remember. The Burnley game, you got the late penalty. The Newcastle game against 10 men, after leading 2-0, Newcastle came back and you needed a late winner. Even the first game of the season, you were leading 2-0. Semenyo was fantastic in that game, came back. Bournemouth got it back to 2-2, and you needed a late winner again. So the signs were there. Then when you kept winning those 5 games, you heard nothing about the players not being in mourning. You heard about Mental resilience, the mark of champions. Now, suddenly when you can't win a game, now you want to say no, but you are emotional, you're missing this and that and that. No, man, guys, relax. You are either mentality monsters or not. So make up your mind. Your form is unacceptable. Now, the media has been criticizing Sesko, but they're not mentioning anything about Isak. Isak was the second best striker in the Premier League, behind Haaland last season. For 2 seasons in a row, he was absolutely on fire. Before we get to the lawnmower, before we get to the fact that you broke the transfer record in the summer to sign a young, up and coming player from Germany, and now you want to brag that he's covering every blade of grass. So did you spend all that money for a lawnmower? Because a lawnmower can also cover every blade of grass. But before we get to him, let's talk about Isak. What happened? You were champions. You spent almost £500 million in the summer. And now that Slot is trying to build his own team and not use Klopp's players, now he's getting exposed. He's moaning about long balls. It's his responsibility as a manager to find out and develop tactics to combat the fact that people are exposing his weaknesses. After the Forest game, this interview, he complained, yeah, we played against a team today that kept throwing their body in front of the ball. That's called defending. Maybe your centre-back should try that. Crazy. But yeah, that's enough of Liverpool. Interesting game to look forward to. Let's give a shout out to Arsenal. Eberenze Esse, hat-trick. Little FG. The Gunners. Your opinion. How are they looking this season?
Outstanding. Brilliant, especially with the defense.
I agree. It's a serious problem. Other than the first game that United 7 shots on target, 7 saves, they haven't really been tested. But I agree. Even the thing that impresses me the most about Arsenal this season is their squad depth. I think they by far have the strongest team in the league. However, before I give my opinion, do you think Arsenal will win the league this season?
No.
Why not?
They bottle jobs.
I agree. The reason why Arsenal won't win the league this season is because of Mikel Arteta. As long as Mikel Arteta is Arsenal's coach, they will not win the Premier League. There's something about Arteta once it comes to crunch time. Once it comes to the creme de la creme, the business end. Once things starts heating up, then then he can't handle it. He seriously cannot handle it. So that's why I think Arsenal won't win the league this season. They should. Don't get me wrong, they should. But they won't. Simply because Mikel Arteta. And if Arteta and Arsenal doesn't win this league this season, questions needs to be asked. A man has spent more than $1 billion on his team already. There was supposed to be a mic drop moment, but the mic dropped before I could say it. Where Man United is concerned, what I can tell you guys is do not write off Manchester United. We play one game a week. Yes, unfortunately, Cunha is injured tonight. Sesko's injured. Zirkzee starting his first game, which is a bit concerning, which is probably why the coach went a little bit more defensive than I thought. But yeah, I think we can still win tonight. Where Spurs is concerned, very negative football. Brilliant hat-trick from Eze. Even started laughing. Definitely started laughing at Spurs. Crazy, but Thomas Frank, I know he's trying to get his defensive save right, but it's pathetic what he's been doing. Man City will, I think they will be the closest to Arsenal this season. However, Do not write off Manchester United. Do not underestimate the impact that one game a week can have. All United needs to do is remain close. And when I say remain close, when it comes here to January, February, if we are like 6, 7 points even maybe behind top spot, then Manchester United can mount a title charge. But with us losing our place to AFCON, with the December period coming up, a game every 3 days, 2 games, 7 days, or 3 games even occasionally, depending how the fixture swings are. Every 3 days a game in the Premier League in December. That will be crucial. At the end of December, we will see more or less how the table will look. But all I can say is, guys, Manchester United bought Sesko. Media is criticizing him, but they're not talking about Isak. Then Florian Wirtz. More than 100 million spent. And all we hear is there was a glimpse of this. There was a glimpse of that. 00-12, 0 goals and 0 assists in the Premier League in 12 games. I mean, it's almost New Year. Let's talk about it's almost New Year in the league. We are all still waiting to see Isak and Florian Wirtz get their first goal in the Premier League. How ridiculous is that? I mean, I'm sure anywhere in the world you can get cheaper lawnmowers. Consistently, I must hear he's covering every blade of grass. This Florian Wirtz, that. You must have patience, but at the same time, Sesko, who's also a young player, doesn't get patience, but he's actually scored this season. He's actually assisted this season. He's actually looked brilliant in his link-up play this season, unlike Isak and Wirtz that cost twice as much. So please, guys, man. Please. This media agenda is getting ridiculous. And I am here to expose it for exactly what it is, an agenda against Manchester United, but I'm not complaining. Because that just shows United are back. And when I hear the word back, I've heard Liverpool is back many times. I constantly, the one Aston Villa, the one Real Madrid, then I heard they're back. They're back. Yes, they are back to reality. Because this is the Liverpool that I know. What I'm seeing right now, this is the Liverpool that I grew up with. What happened the last few years, that's not normal. That isn't the Liverpool I know. This inconsistent, useless, losing game, this is the Liverpool I know. But I'm not here to criticize Liverpool. Anyway, guys, we have a brilliant game to look forward to. Let's hope we can do it. If United wins tonight, we go to the top 5, 5th place. If we win with 4 goals, highly unlikely. Like little FG said, but highly unlikely. But if we do, we go into the top 4. But all I care about is get the 3 points today, guys. Boys, whatever you do, get the 3 points. All I can say is Newcastle and Leverkusen has scammed Liverpool this season. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I'll speak to you guys again soon. And yeah, not if, but when Manchester United, when United wins tonight, there will be absolutely nothing special about it. It's just what we do. Because
Man United will humble you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in.